Okay. All right. Listen to me, all right? Listen. Because I was reading earlier a book by Benjamin Graham, or Ben Graham, whatever his name is. He's basically the professor of Warren Buffett. He taught Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett attended college and he took his classes. But anyways, Ben Graham wrote a book. It's called The Intelligent Investor. That book is very valuable. He talks about the stock market from year 19, even he talks about the stock market from 1820s all the way up to the 1970s, you know? And it just blows my mind of the increase of money they made in previous years, you know what I mean, in that decade, in that time. But that's history, you know what I mean? And it's very valuable to understand and know what history is, where you come from, and what happened back in the day in the stock market during crucial times in World War II, in Pearl Harbor. You know, those were crucial times which, what's the word? Which, I guess added value to the stock market, added value to money, added value to time, you know what I mean? All those things are crucial to the cost of living, you know what I mean? And, you know, money back then has the same value as it did now, which is basically currency. The only thing different was the prices were lower, you know what I mean, as compared to today. You know, we're in the millions. You know, back then they didn't make nearly as much as how we are making today. But, you know, that being said, I want to talk about gold. I want to talk about diamond, coins. I want to talk about silver. You know, those things, those material things that people invest in to, you know, for security, you know what I mean? And I'm making this video now because I do not think, me personally, this is my opinion, but I do not think those items that I just listed, gold, diamond, silver, coins, you know, those things, I don't think they're valuable. They may be of some value, you know what I mean? Like if I were to buy it today, you know, or if you were to buy it, you know, back in 1970, you know what I mean? Today it would be of value. But, you know, there's no true value as to how much it can really cost, you know what I mean? I mean, of course, you take it to the people, they weigh it, oh my God, it's worth blah, blah. But like, it takes years for its value to grow, meaning things don't happen in 5 years. Things barely happen in 10 years. It takes literally 10 to 15 to 25 years in order for it to be significant, in order for the value to grow that much more. And it probably won't grow a lot, you know what I mean? Like, for example, today, we're in 2018. I'm going to do a 10-year difference. If I were to buy this right here, this is a wallet. If this was gold, if I were to buy it today at $1,000, you know, just for this gold, I bought this one plate for $1,000. 10 years later, it'd probably only rise, let's give it 30%, you know what I mean? It'd probably only rise 30%, meaning in the year 2018, this thing cost me $1,000. It was worth $1,000 to own. Now in the year 2028, 10 years later, it only rose to 30,000. 30,000. It went from 1,000 to 30,000. It only jumped up by 30%. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's not worth this. You know what I mean? It's not worth to buy something and waste your money on it for it to grow a little bit, because $30,000 in 10 years just doesn't make any sense. You know, anyone can make $30,000 in 1 year. You know what I mean? So it doesn't. I mean, I would only buy gold or anything else, anything material, I would only invest in those things if prices rose within 2 years. Like, meaning if I paid $67,000 for this today, and then 2 years later the value rises to $100,000, you made a $40,000 profit in 2 years. You know, that's the only reason. That's not the only reason. That's the only way I would buy it. That's the only way I'd buy it, if prices rise within 2 years. But considering the fact that it takes a long time for its value to rise, means nothing to me. Why? Because buying this today at $1,000 and having it worth 10 years later from to $30,000, that's a pretty good leap. But 10 years later, within that time, you're getting no income. You're getting no annual income from this. You're getting no annual income. Annual meaning yearly. You're getting no yearly income from this. You're getting no quarterly income, no yearly income, no nothing. You basically have a better chance at getting interest in your savings account than freaking getting anything from this within that time. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, I believe there's no reason to buy gold, to buy anything, silver, diamonds, whatever carat, whatever there is. There's no reason to buy that, to invest in it. It would be more apparent for me to go collect it. You know what I mean? I could understand. I mean, don't get me wrong. I would like to hold it in my hand and actually see, because I never felt gold before, like a plate. I never held one in my hand. I never, felt the weight of it. You know what I mean? It'd be more apparent for me to collect it rather than invest in it, because investing and collecting are two different things. You know what I mean? So I just wouldn't. You won't find me buying anything like that unless, the world was gonna go to shit. You know what I mean? The world was gonna catch fire. We will still be here, but the money somehow, places, everything just got, rotted. Everything just deteriorated. There's no currency except for the currency of gold. You know what I mean? That's when I would invest in the gold. But with all the information that is given today, no such thing is going to happen to the planet Earth within 10 years, within 15 years, within 25 years. You know what I mean? No such thing is going to be. I know life isn't guaranteed, but nothing is going to happen for me that's going to fucking make me want to buy gold and hold it as a security in case something happens. Nothing. Even if an asteroid's going to come here and blow up the Earth, that's just going to take everyone out. What the fuck am I going to buy gold for? You know what I mean? Like, there's no reason for me to buy gold. You know what I mean? There's no logical reason for me to buy gold. It's just something to waste money in because some guy has it. Oh, he's got a lot of gold. It's worth $1 million. I want it now. I give away $1 million now. I got this shit that's like not giving me anything. You know what I mean? It's not giving me any income anymore unless someone buys it from me. Unless I make the action to sell it, that's the only way I'll get income. You know what I mean? I don't know if you want that. If you want that, you go ahead, by all means, make that investment. But I don't want that. That's why I'm making this video, to give you guys knowledge on this type of investment, because those type of investments aren't, we're talking about numbers. You know what I mean? We're talking about numbers, and when you're an investor, you want to have quarterly returns or yearly returns. You know what I mean? Or even daily returns, weekly returns. You know what I mean? So investing in gold and materials like that aren't going to get you income daily, weekly, quarterly, or yearly. You know what I mean? So that being said, think about that. Peace.